But let's just start off with a little bit that's come out this morning, actually from the Athletic and from Laurie Whitwell around the Onana story. So effectively, Onana is somewhat in shock about Manchester United moving him on. And we've got a little bit more detail here around the goalkeeper situation, around who might be in goal at the weekend as well. There's someone, Le Mans, who's been in training since Monday. But look, this is what Laurie Whitwell is saying. And it's a little bit more meat on the bones, really, because some of it's not groundbreaking, but it does add clarity and verification on stuff. So Onana's going to fly out to Trabzon via Paris after Cameroon's costly World Cup defeat to Cape Verde. He's set to face Edison in Istanbul on Sunday, a rematch of last season's Etihad clash. Onana wished to discuss his salary with Manchester United since it was cut from 170k to 120k due to no Champions League football. He has people who depend on him in Cameroon, where he has opened up the Andre Onana Foundation. And although it is a straight loan, Onana is effectively ending his United career with this switch. An Old Trafford return after a season of Super League football is highly unlikely. Now, there are a few quotes flying around about Onana that aren't true. Something about it's a fake quote, so if you've seen it, just beware. I think we have responsibility to do responsible reporting and not cause pile-ons unfairly. I think there's a reason to pile on to Onana. He's not been a very good goalkeeper for us, but fake quotes aren't great. It's something about, people blame what's going on between the sticks, but there's a bigger picture going on. But it's a fake quote anyway. What's not fake is that Onana clearly came back wanting a pay rise. Look, we're allowed to pass judgment on this. Like, Onana gets all the best from most people, including me, on his future projects, and apparently he's going to earn big money in Turkey. So the people that are dependent on him in the Andre Onana Foundation will have money going in, and that's great. But Man United's not a charity. It isn't. And Onana wanting a pay rise is one of the biggest laughs we've all had in years, and we've had plenty of laughs at Manchester United. It's comedy. If he walked in to Omar Barada's office asking for a pay rise, I hope he walked in clown boots with makeup on and a flower that squirts water, because that's a clown move. In fact, he may as well come in with a big P on and a cape saying "Prat Man," because you know what, I find the reporting's brilliant on it because it gives us the clarity, but the detail is embarrassing. You know what? I'm sure there was plenty of people who Man United sacked last year whose mortgage was dependent on the wage they were earning out of Man United, and whose kids, clothing, food, presents were dependent on that wage. I couldn't give two shits about Onana needing a pay rise because people are depending on him, because we're not a charity. And I think it's great that he's found a move to go elsewhere. My point is here, obviously I care about any charity that people are doing, but my point is, he was asked to leave and didn't leave. He asked for a pay rise and didn't get one. If he'd have been in goal for Manchester United, he'd have earned 120k a week. So I sense a little bit of confusion around this, because if he'd started against Arsenal and Fulham and Burnley on 120k a week, he wouldn't have left. So the whole people are dependent on me and I want more money. Well, you didn't put a transfer request in when we said no, you stayed. You wanted to be the number one. So I don't really get that. Obviously he did ask for a pay rise, and that's laughable, but the whole, people are depending on me. Well, why didn't you leave then? Why didn't you put a transfer request in if you need to earn more money? You've got that more money now, but you only did that at the end of the window when you realised you lost your place. So look, I'm not disputing the story. It just seems a little bit strange that, he needed more money because people are depending on him. Absolutely fine. But you were going to stay if you'd been number one. The only reason you're leaving is because you're not. So, little bit of a weird one there. But look, clearly did ask for a pay rise, which is funny in itself.